Imagine this: a quiet room, no therapist's chair, no soft lighting, just a glowing screen and a blinking cursor. A message appears. I understand how you feel. But does it really understand? AI therapists. To some, they're the saviors of a mental health crisis. To others, they're a dangerous intrusion into our most private thoughts. Today, we dive deep into this question. Can artificial intelligence truly understand human emotion? And in the future of psychotherapy, is there still room for human touch? Across the globe, mental health disorders are on the rise. Depression, anxiety, loneliness, all increasing year by year. Yet, the number of therapists hasn't kept pace. Waiting lists stretch for months, and in many rural areas, getting professional help is nearly impossible. That's where AI steps in. Available 24/7, inexpensive, and always ready to listen. You type your thoughts, it analyzes your words, even your pauses, tone, and sentence structure. But here's the question: is this therapy or just the illusion of therapy? AI-driven mental health apps use massive language models, the same kind of systems behind chatbots and virtual assistants. They don't just listen, they respond, reflect, and even simulate empathy. Some studies have shown that people actually open up more easily to AI. Why? Because there's no judgment, no fear of being misunderstood, just a digital listener on the other side of the screen. But again, we have to ask, can empathy be simulated? Can an algorithm really feel the weight of our emotions? The potential benefits are undeniable. Accessibility, anyone, anywhere, can reach out for support. Consistency, no scheduling, no cancellations, no waiting rooms. And with enough data, AI can detect subtle emotional patterns and tailor advice in real time. In theory, everyone could have a pocket therapist, especially after the pandemic, when isolation and digital dependence skyrocketed. AI mental health tools offered comfort where humans couldn't always reach. Maybe, just maybe, this could be a revolution in mental health care. But here comes the darker side. Can AI really form a connection? Or does it just mimic one? Psychotherapy is built on human presence. The silences, the tone of voice, the body language. A machine can't truly perceive those things. Then there's privacy. Every message, every emotional confession is stored somewhere, on servers, in data logs. Do we really know who has access to them? Even worse, AI can sometimes respond incorrectly. In cases of severe depression or suicidal thoughts, an algorithm might not react with the empathy and urgency a human would. Stanford researchers have warned that AI may be useful, but it can never replace a therapist, because trust, responsibility, and human intuition cannot be programmed. Another major issue is ethics. AI systems aren't legally recognized as therapists, which means their responsibilities and liabilities are limited. So if something goes wrong, who's accountable? The developer, the platform, the algorithm itself? Around the world, regulations vary. Some countries allow AI tools to be used as psychological assistants, while others ban them from calling themselves therapy. Still, many experts envision a hybrid model, human therapists working alongside AI systems. AI could analyze emotions, track patterns, and support the therapist, but not replace them. That balance might just define the future of psychotherapy. Now, picture this. It's 2 a.m. You can't sleep. You open your phone and type a few words into a chat. The AI replies, "I understand. You're not alone." And for a moment, you feel lighter. But the next day, sitting across from a real therapist, you notice the difference. The eye contact, the pauses, the warmth in silence. That human connection still matters, maybe more than ever. Perhaps AI isn't here to replace therapy, but to make getting to therapy a little easier. In my view, AI could transform mental health care, but only if we use it wisely. We shouldn't see it as a replacement for humans, but as a tool, like a stethoscope in a doctor's hand. The real diagnosis, the real empathy, still has to come from us. So, what do you think? Are AI therapists the future of mental health or a dangerous shortcut to false comfort? Have you ever tried one? Would you trust one? Share your thoughts in the comments, because this debate isn't just about technology, it's about what it means to be human. If you found this video thought-provoking, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Next time, we'll explore the ethical boundaries of AI and maybe the digital twin of the human mind. Until then, take care of both your mind and your heart.